It just opened.
Deserve this. Wait, I'm nervous. Stop.
It's
a portable potty.
Anybody got a camera yet?
I have the camera,
Yes, you
Mom, and Aaron has one too.
Yeah, is it a potty?
You are going to be
Yeah,
so thrilled.
Oh dear.
Throw that at him.
I'm working on it. What the hell is this? Okay. Oh, this is familiar.
Turn the lamp on, Steve.
Thank you.
Aaron, are you part of this?
You're ahead of me.
I'm informed. I don't take any credit.
It's
I
a
take
new
zero credit.
machine gun.
Oh my God. Now,
Guess what it is? What do you name it?
It's unbelievable that it is what it is.
how?
That's right. It is what it is.
How on earth is it possible?
You will get to see it step by step as he repairs
videoed
it.
the whole process.
And his main statement is, well, it is what it is. We got to watch him fixing it.
I am completely stunned. I had no idea.
I knew you would be.
This is like seeing a ghost.
It's,
Oh my God. How? Thank you. Thank you.
Is your mom? It's your mom's.
Yeah, it's all my
Oh,
mother.
hi, Dad. I did not get a picture. What did you say?
Real-time updates.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Isn't it beautiful?
Janik, will you FaceTime her?
Pardon?
Can you
Yeah,
FaceTime her?
call Mom so she can see what I have. This bow feels like a brontosaurus. There's no rosin on this. I have to press really hard.
Oh, really?
It feels like
Oh.
it feels like wax. This is so crazy. It sounds amazing.
Sounds wonderful.
Can you play Ashokan's Farewell?
Of course I
A
can.
snippet?
Except this bow.
Sorry.
Oh my God, it's so bad. Hold on. More strings. Please hold. It feels like when you're playing, it feels like there's like potholes in the bow. That's what it is.
Oh,
Because of the strings.
You could, Steve.
yeah.
Hold on, hold
Poor
on.
Bo.
It's all right. He'll come back to life in a moment.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see him?
Yeah.
So crazy.
Is anybody taking
Beautiful.
pictures of that?
I cannot believe that
Aaron is.
I cannot
good.
believe that it is alive. I'm so
I
shocked.
think it still has that sort of throaty sound that chocolate has.
The low register sounds really close. I'm
Yeah.
amazed that I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing, but I'm
Well,
just so shocked.
apparently he gets a lot of negative comments.
Dear Jerry and Melissa, I am Anastasia. Chocolate was, and thanks to you, still is my prized possession. I wanted to reach out to you and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your amazing work. I'm sorry that it has taken me a few weeks. I actually have written small pieces of this at a time, as it is a very emotional subject for me, and it's taken processing time for me to find the right words. I am sorry to leave you in the dark for the time that's gone by. I am absolutely overcome with gratitude. I know that my mom, Paula, told you a little bit about the history. Here's a bit more from me, and feel free to share my message with all of your amazing followers who got to witness this transformation, all the while with me not knowing this was happening. What a surprise! I am overjoyed and overcome. It took me some days to be ready to write to you. I started playing violin when I was 9 or so. I learned Suzuki method and also took fiddle lessons and played in a local jam session in West Virginia where I grew up. By the time I was 11 and we moved to Australia, it had really become my passion. Playing was my quiet place, my meditation, always my challenge, a driver of ambition and self-improvement. I was very lucky to get a scholarship to go to Churchlands High School in Perth, Washington, where I was able to be surrounded by music and get more technical theory and oral training. It was an incredible experience for me to spend a couple of years there. I eventually ended up coming back to West Virginia to finish high school and live with my grandparents. In addition to being not the most dedicated or studious violin playing high school kid, I played sports and didn't practice the 4 hours a day mandated by my teacher. I still kept my passion and intended to go to a conservatory and become some type of professional musician if I was lucky. During this time, my mom and grandparents decided that I was serious enough to finally get a very good violin. I was always very shy about my playing, unlike the rest of my very extroverted nature. It was a very private and personal experience for me, and I was always motivated by the competition with myself rather than competing with other kids or for awards. I was scared to go to a huge violin shop and be overwhelmed by the options, so I chose to do a consultation to get violins sent to my home from William Mowing and Sons in Philadelphia, which to many of us in the community was a huge loss when the family business closed some years ago. They agreed to send me several violins and several bows to try out at home, based on my request and info on my playing style. I am sure that you guys and many of your followers have gone through a similar experience, but for me this is a memory that has stuck with me for so long and is still so vivid. The violins came shipped naked without cases, wrapped in bubble wrap, and suspended in the most giant box of packing peanuts. It was an incredible moment to open them for the first time. From the moment I played Chocolate, none of the other violins compared. It was an extremely special experience. My mom, grandmother, and I sat on the floor of my grandfather's office, and I played for hours. We were also amazed at the bows and their difference in sound and feeling. I don't know a lot about the specific history of Chocolate, but the woman I worked with at Mowing told me that it had been one of several violins in a private collection of someone who loaned their instruments to musicians in the Phil Orchestra. And apparently, it has been played by over a decade by one of the violinists there. I'm obsessed with the depth of the lower register and the clean but not brassy high register. After time being part of our family, I eventually named it Chocolate. It is a very special violin. Later, I was also very fortunate to receive a scholarship to attend Interlochen School of Music for their summer program, and there Chocolate and I had more life-changing times. It was one of the best things that could have happened to me. I met my future teacher and dear friend, Julia Zolstinsky, who taught at Juilliard, as well as many others who are still a part of my life today. Since then, Chocolate has traveled all over the world with me and has been a continued source of pleasure. I will also say that these experiences for me, Churchland School and training, getting to purchase Chocolate, and going to Interlochen seemed to me then, and still are, insanely luxurious experiences that have never been taken for granted. My family is very academic, practical, and didn't have a lot of money, and I never imagined that I would be so lucky to have such gifts of experience so early in my life. I have treasured my relationship with music and my instruments in a very private way throughout my journey of life. I didn't end up a professional musician, which I have felt disappointed in myself about times. but my love of music will be with me forever, and I want to continue to nurture it. When I moved back from California, Chocolate got broken, and all I can tell you is that it was a different type of transcendental experience this time. I have never been so upset about anything in my entire life. As my mom told you, I could barely speak about it for years, literally years. It is an image that I couldn't get out of my mind, and it felt like I was living with a dead person that was hidden in the closet. I cannot tell you the years that shaved off my life. It was completely terrible. When my mom and I were both sobbing, she asked, "Do you think it can be repaired?" And I screamed, "Are you crazy? Look at it." I couldn't stand taking it somewhere and being told it was as good as firewood. I laughed when one of the commenters said something similar in their post. I just couldn't handle hearing that out loud. I was devastated. I honestly had no idea, no insight at all, that this was all cooking in the background in Jerry's shop. Everyone was amazing at keeping it a secret. I was also confused because my uncle also helped in shipping chocolate. And so when he showed up at our house with a huge box, he's an artist, I wondered if it was some sculpture or art he made. I had absolutely no idea or context as to what was in the big box being given to me. I continued to be stunned. I'm sure you could tell from my video that I was almost beyond emotion. It was like seeing a ghost. It was so insanely beautiful. I still cannot believe it is real. I then had a totally new education. Watching all the episodes, video of the repair, and to my amazement, people all over the world have been watching and getting excited about my chocolate. I stayed up late into the night watching them, and everyone's excitement in seeing it happen brought me to so many tears. Thank you to all your followers who hoped and dreamed alongside me, watching this come to life. I felt like I got to live through it right there with you all. I cannot believe that you were able to breathe life back into it, and I was so overjoyed watching the process. I am still completely shocked every time I think of it. Jerry, you are a king among men and a master of your craft. I have never seen anything like it. The scraping of the finish was both perfect, the right choice, and also gut-wrenching for me to watch. Thank you for your obsession, your attention to detail, your desire to help, and your efforts to create your own little universe that YouTube allows us all to be a part of. We've just moved into a new house in Detroit. I will send you a video of me playing Chocolate in his new home soon. You, Melissa, and each and every commenter have touched my life, and I thank you from the depths of my being for the time you spent to get Chocolate with us to this point. You've repaired a part of my heart and my world that was broken, and that I never thought could be put together again. I am infinitely blessed that my mom found you, that the love of my life, Aaron, and my Uncle Steve and grandparents conspired, and that Rosa Stringworks was able to give Chocolate a second coming. Thank you. I cannot say it enough. Please know how much your painstaking work on Chocolate is appreciated. I will send more videos for you over the holidays. Sincere love and gratitude, Anastasia.